Welcome to our channel, English Story at 555, and I'm so glad you're here. Each story on this channel brings a powerful message, one that can inspire, uplift, and even transform your life. Have you ever felt like your dreams are too big for the small life you were born into? That no matter how hard you try, life keeps pushing you down? If yes, then stop scrolling. This story is for you. Because today, we're going to tell you how a boy who sold samosas on the roadside built a global business empire with his bare hands. No money, no degree, no English. Only one thing: unshakable belief in himself. Watch till the end, and you might just believe in yourself a little more too. Now presenting the real-life story of Raghav Mehra, from a street vendor to a global CEO. In the heart of Old Delhi, where narrow streets buzz with noise and life, lived a boy named Raghav Mehra. He wasn't born with a silver spoon. In fact, he barely had a plate to eat from. His father ran a tiny tea stall, and his mother stitched clothes day and night to support the family. Their house was a cramped, one-room shelter that often leaked during monsoons. But inside those cracked walls lived dreams bigger than the sky. From a young age, Raghav was different. He didn't complain about poverty, he studied it. While helping his father sell tea after school, he observed people. What made them smile? What kept them coming back? How simple kindness could build trust. He was unknowingly learning lessons that no school could ever teach. But life didn't wait for him to grow up. After 10th standard, his parents could no longer afford school fees. He dropped out. No farewell party, no certificates, just an empty bench and a heavy heart. But Raghav didn't let it break him. Instead, he set up a small samosa stall outside an office complex. Most would have seen it as a dead end. Raghav saw it as a beginning. Unlike other vendors, he paid attention to detail. He used gloves, kept his cart spotless, and offered tissues for free. People noticed. "There's something different about this samosa guy," they'd say. In a world that ignored the poor, Raghav stood out by adding value. One day, a rich businessman stopped by, tasted the food, and said, "Why are you wasting your time here? You should be in a restaurant." Raghav replied with a smile, "One day, I'll have my own." The man laughed. "You can't even speak English. Who'll invest in you?" That laughter became a fire inside him. That night, he didn't sleep. The words echoed in his mind. But instead of breaking down, he stood up. He enrolled in a free spoken English class. Every night, he watched English videos, practiced in front of a mirror, and stumbled through sentences until they turned into confidence. While others were partying, he was preparing. For 4 years, he saved every rupee. No fancy clothes, no outings, just one goal. And finally, at the age of 21, he rented a tiny room and opened his first eatery, Mehra's Masala Magic. He painted the walls himself, washed the dishes, cooked the meals, and stood at the counter with folded hands and hope in his eyes. The beginning was rough. Days passed without customers. He felt defeated. But his mother reminded him, "Dreams test your patience before they give rewards." So he kept going. Soon, people began to notice. The food was delicious, the place was clean, and the owner treated every customer like family. A local food blogger wrote a review. The next day, a long queue stood outside his small shop. That was the moment everything changed. Within 3 years, Raghav had 5 outlets across Delhi. But he didn't just build a business. He built a mission. He hired boys from slums, trained them, gave them uniforms, dignity, and purpose. He remembered what it was like to be ignored, and he made sure no one on his team ever felt that way again. Then came his biggest break. An angel investor who heard his story offered to fund a national chain. This time, there was no laughter, only belief. With careful planning, he launched Magic Masala, a modern take on Indian street food. It expanded to Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bangalore, and soon internationally. His first international outlet opened in Dubai, followed by London, Toronto, and New York. But success isn't always smooth. In London, one outlet failed. Raghav made mistakes. The media called it a blunder. Critics mocked him. For a moment, he doubted himself. But instead of hiding, he spoke to his audience. "I failed," he said. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of it. He regrouped, restructured, and rebuilt. He improved his supply chain, upgrade his team, and began again. In 2022, Magic Masala won the fastest-growing food chain award at an international expo in Singapore. Raghav, the boy who once sold samosas on the roadside, was now delivering food to tables across the world. But he never let fame blind him. He returned to his roots. He started the Mehra Foundation to train underprivileged youth in culinary and hospitality skills. He gave them not just jobs, but futures. He also sponsored the education of hundreds of children from slums, saying, "I couldn't finish school, but I'll make sure they can." Today, Raghav Mehra is more than an entrepreneur. He is an emotion, a story, a reminder that success has nothing to do with background, language, or money. It has everything to do with belief. In a TEDx talk, he said, "I had no capital, no contacts, no college degree, but I had courage, and sometimes courage is all you need." So, if you're waiting for the perfect time, stop. If you think you don't have what it takes, look again. Because every empire starts with a small step. Every dream starts in silence. And every underdog, when they believe in themselves, can rewrite their destiny. Just like Raghav did. If this story touched your heart, and you want to hear more life-changing stories like this, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Tap the bell icon so you never miss a moment that could change your life. One story can inspire a soul. Be here for the next one. Subscribe now. Your journey starts here.